Skull fucking demons. I am Carl. I am addict alcoholic and, among so many other things in my life. And this is SoberPod.
SoberPod.com. Yeah, SoberPod, keep it authentic, no facades. If it's real, then you know it's ours. Welcome.
SoberPod is a podcast dedicated to the idea that one addict helping, or alcoholic, helping another is crucial to building a life in recovery. Join us this season as we read from our book, 366 Effing Days Sober, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. And if you've been listening along, there is also a co-host, Lindsay, and she wrote a book. It is The Spirit Vigilante. You can go to thespiritvigilante.com. Her book is actually Spirit Vigilante, but you can go to thespiritvigilante.com. And as always, stay active, stay sober. So I am going solo today because Lindsay is not feeling well. She's actually, ironically, we were going to do a podcast on self-care and recovery, and part of her self-care was to not do the podcast, so go figure. That's kind of meta and ironic. But I just wanted to hop on and do a solo episode because, it is Recovery Month, and, if we were not doing episodes during Recovery Month, that would be kind of weird, and then National Recovery Day or National Sober Day just passed on September 14th. I didn't know these things. It's so funny, like you get into recovery, and like whoever heard of those things before recovery? It just seems a little weird. So I guess I just put some emphasis on it. I think one of the things that I was thinking about when it came to those things, and it came up today in the reading for September 19th, and there's a reason why I write some of the things that I write. And if you've been listening to the podcast, you'll maybe know this story, or maybe you'll understand where this comes from. But there is this persona, or there is this person that we constantly reference, and it is Mike in Nova Scotia. And how I always imagine that people find the podcast or listen to this podcast is that I imagine that it's a guy named Mike in Nova Scotia. And I don't know why, but I have a specific idea of Mike. I have a specific understanding of Mike, how he thinks, what he does, and where he goes, and how he does it. And one of the things I think about Mike in particular is that Mike is walking along. He's leaving his house, and he's going to a meeting. Like, he's doing the right thing. Like, Mike, you're out there doing the right thing, and I think that it's wonderful, and I think that you're a beautiful dude. But I just know what happens to Mike as he leaves his house walking, because he doesn't have a car. I know Mike. I'm just saying. So Mike leaves his house, and on his way to a meeting, he has to pass a bar and a strip club in that order. And then he has to make it to the meeting, and then on the way, he decides, in order to kind of unfuck his brain, he turns on this podcast because for whatever reason, it's at the top of his feed, right? And I imagine that he gets to listen to us and gets to bypass the bar and the strip club and make it to his meeting, and then maybe he gets a ride home from somebody at that meeting. So I imagine that the journey without that podcast is a lot of what I term skull fucking demons. Right? And it's so funny because it came up in September 19th today, and I was like, oh, this would be a great addition to for the episode, for the podcast, and to kind of explain where it comes from a little bit, is because it comes from me imagining Mike, and not only that, imagining myself. This is who I used to be. This is something in my brain. I used to leave my parents' house and walk to a NA meeting when I was in my early 20s. And I did. I had to walk by bars and strip clubs, and I had to make my way to the meeting and not pick up use or stop into a buddy's house or do all those other things. I was basically Mike in Nova Scotia. So here it is, September 19th, from the book 366 Effing Days Sober. And if you are so kind, you can also pick up this book by going to SoberPod.com or just checking the links in the descriptions and all that good stuff. So here it is, September 19th. Some days won't be all that great. Let's face it. This shit takes time to sink in and digest. It can feel pretty low at times, and it may appear that there's no relief around the corner. A drink or a hit starts sounding pretty good when those conditions persist for a substantial length of time. You may feel like saying fuck it and letting those inner demons gang rape your mind. That's right, demons skull fucking you. I said it. Don't get all worked up about it. They're not that good looking. Do your best to play the tape forward and remember what usually happens when you think and act along these lines. Does it work out well? When was the last time it did well? Or last time it did? Never? Of course not. So push those skull fucking demons aside and let's get back to the business of living life today. Are you in? Reflections. What does a skull fucking demon look like? Just reflect on that thought for a while. And if you want to actually draw one and then post it on our Facebook group, that would be awesome. I don't know, maybe tag us on the Instagram. Daily challenge. Make a list of people you should call instead of saying fuck it. So that's it. That's what I've got. That's all that I have for today, children. That's the story of the skull fucking demons and Mike in Nova Scotia. And if you're out there and you're struggling and you're having a hard time, look, I get it. But what you can do is you can reach out. You can talk to others. You can go to a meeting. You can go listen to our previous episodes of the podcast. And it's better to just sit here and listen to us say stupid shit than to go back out there and pick up. Because, I think, a lot of the times in my early recovery, I did want to go out there. I did want to fuck it up. And a lot of the times the podcasts that were out there really saved me. And maybe that's why I continue to do this, because it really did save me. So I hope that you're doing well out there. I hope that you're sharing your issues. I hope that you're connecting with others. I hope that you're at least trying to go to a meeting, even though it's really difficult at times. I hope that you're out there, doing the things that help maintain your recovery. Oh, before I forget, go to SoberPod.com. If you are interested in learning more about recovery and how it works and all the other little things behind it, and you want to support the podcast, you could become a member for $2 a month or $5 a month, or if you just want to throw down the $20 and get it over with, we have a SoberPod University, and the SoberPod University is basically, it's the entire, it is an overview of recovery and the journey of recovery and the potential things that you can do to explore and help your recovery. It'll give you a really good primer for what you're doing, out in the world now that you're sober, and really give you a foundation and a starting point. So I suggest that you go check that out. Figure out what it's about. It's a couple hours of actually just listening and going through, reading resources, downloading other PDFs, and watching other videos and links that reference other concepts, the larger concepts of recovery. It is really interesting, to be honest. And then if you are so interested, please consider buying the book. The book, 366 Effing Days Sober, is out there. It is wonderful. Oh my God, you could just feel it coming down all over your face. Oh, I said that wrong. No, maybe I said it right. Anyway, there's a lot of inspiration and a lot of actually humor in the book related to recovery. It's not your traditional meditation book. It isn't all full of flowery and lovely language. It's filled with reality, depth, and weight, and I hope that you buy it. It is only $19.22, and you can find that by going to SoberPod.com, clicking on the link for buying the book. Other than that, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you do absolutely everything that you can to stay active and stay sober. See ya.
SoberPod.com. Yeah. It was a sight to see them. Breakfast with Sprite and Seagrams. Wrestling with my vices, exercising my demons. My blessings were blocked, so I never got the message. I'm stressing, I'm only 12 steps from an exit. Regret it, because my imperfections were perfected. I ain't run from it, I accept it and rep it. It's a badge to me, good stories come from a tragedy. And when you survive, the glory will come in Act 3. The wait's over, 366 days sober. Morning affirmations that can start the day for you. Use my favorite bookmark for a placeholder. Finish when the day's over. Okay. Yeah, SoberPod, keep it authentic, Nova Scotia. If it's real, then you know it's ours. Welcome.